Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Brandon. Today I'm going to be covering a question that I get asked quite frequently, and that is, where do I get all of my music, whether it be CDs, vinyl, tapes, you name it. There are a few labels and distros that I frequent who I find to be the best in terms of, what they keep in stock, how often they restock things, their selection in general, shipping times. Most of this is relevant for those of us who live here in the US, Canada, or Mexico. I'm sure it's not that much of a problem to order from these places. But yeah, let's get into it. First up, I'm going to be talking about Comatose music. And I've got a few CDs here from Comatose. The new Aborted Fetus album. This is called The Ancient Spirits of Decay. The new Flesh Hoarder album, Homicidal Necrophile, and the new Post-Human Abomination. This is entitled Transcending Embodiment. I talked about this one a little bit in my MDF video. There on the back you can see the Comatose music logo. And real quick, before I get into talking about Comatose, I want to talk about CDs real quick, because I just watched Ben Brain Smasher's video on formats, and then Eli Dark Hymns of the Cold North, his video as well. To me, it's all about just having something on a physical format. It doesn't matter to me if it is vinyl, CD, cassette, whatever. What I prefer isn't really of any importance. It's all about availability, what I can afford at that present time. Sometimes I'll buy, if I'm really fancy on a band or an album, I'll buy it on all fucking 3 formats. I don't give a shit. But, the point being, there's nothing wrong with CDs. They're generally much cheaper, portable. I can listen to these in my car. They're easier to store. So, I have way more CDs than I do records. I started collecting CDs when I was like 13, so I don't think I'll ever catch up in terms of having more records than I do CDs. So, anyways, that's my 2 cents on that topic. But let's talk about Comatose. First of all, I love that Comatose always has deals going on. There is an everyday deal. I believe it's if you buy 5 CDs equal to $50 or more, you get 1 CD valued at $10 or less for free. So that deal is always going on. I just took advantage of their, I think it was called the May Massacre sale. It was if you bought 5, you got 3 free. If you bought 10, you got 6 free, or something fucking crazy like that. But I got 8 CDs for like 60 bucks shipped. They include the price of the shipping in the price of the CDs, which is phenomenal. Everything is, priced to sell. There's nothing super expensive there. It's primarily CDs, primarily brutal death metal. You will be able to find some vinyl there if that's what you fancy. You will be able to find some black metal, some thrash metal, but it's primarily death metal, primarily of the brutal death metal variety. And they carry all, the great brutal death metal record stuff, Gorehouse Productions, Amputated Vein, Severed, Rising Nemesis, all the good shit. They've got it. If you like brutal death metal and you haven't shopped on Comatose Music, what are you fucking waiting for? I'll leave a link in the description to all the distros and labels that I'm going to be talking about, so if you see something and you're feeling frisky, click on it. And then up next, 20 Bucks Spin. This is the new album from Ghastly, and I'm just showing random stuff from these labels and distros just so I can show something and not sit here with my dick in my hand talking to my phone. But there's a 20 Bucks Spin logo. This is a 2018 release, death metal out of Finland. Incredible artwork with the vinyl color to match. I always love that. 20 Bucks Spin, and they just recently relocated from Washington State to Pittsburgh, so it's closer to me, and I get my shit faster, which is cool. I just got the Tomb Mold record. Comes out officially on Friday. I got it in the mail yesterday, so that's sick. And 20 Bucks Spin is a great distro as well. They carry a good amount of stuff, from Europe, especially Peaceville Records. Peaceville has been putting out some Autopsy reissues. They put out Dark Thrones records, so 20 Buck Spin always has all the Dark Throne shit. Yeah, they're fucking firing on all cylinders this year so far. That Ghastly record is amazing. Mournful Congregation, Two Mold record comes out on Friday. The new Chemist record comes out soon. 20 Buck Spin. If you don't know, get familiar. This is one I've talked about on here a bunch of times. Hell's Headbangers. This is the new Vomiter record, Pestilent Death. I showed the CD version of this in my MDF video. Put out on Hell's Headbangers. There's a little Hell's Headbangers cross. I'm not going to go, too crazy with Hell's Headbangers because I have talked about them before. But I remember when I first discovered Hell's Headbangers, I was, already into record collecting. But once I discovered Hell's Headbangers, it was like a fucking heavy metal playground for me. I would go on there every week, every paycheck, go on my wish list, see whatever I could afford, and fucking just buy tons of shit all the time. They've got a great selection of records, CDs, t-shirts, poster flags, patches, pins, you name it, they fucking have it. So, Hell's Headbangers, I can't say enough good things about. Again, if you don't know about them and the distro that they run, you've been living in the dark. Get familiar real quick. This is another label that I've talked about ad nauseum on here. Dark Descent Records. There you go. This is the new Father Befouled record that came out last year. Desolate Gods. Great record. Death metal from Georgia. But, yeah, everything that Dark Descent puts out is phenomenal. I might be biased at this point because I literally buy every title that they put out just because I've never once been let down. But also a great distro. They're another label that runs a distro. They have a great selection of titles. They do get stuff from European distros, so if you don't want to spend the money to pay for overseas shipping, just be patient. That's something that's been kind of lost amongst collectors these days. People don't seem to have any fucking patience. If you see something that is only available in Europe, whether it's, a record or a certain variant or something, just cool your jets, hold your horses, be patient. Most U.S. labels, and one of them or another is going to get the title that you're looking for, and if you miss out on it, boo fucking who. Move on to the next record that you want. The collector's mentality these days. Nobody has any fucking patience. And then last but certainly not least, we have Nuclear War Now Productions, who put out this reissue of the Lurker of Chalice record. I don't know if I talked about this record when I got it on this channel or not, but I went apeshit for this record. I fucking love this record. I got the test pressing of it, and I got 2 different variants of the reissue to go along with the original version that I already had. But yeah, Nuclear War Now, as far as, black metal, black death metal, more underground cult type shit, that's where you're going to want to go. Nuclear War Now. They have a great selection of underground shit. They are the main distro where I believe where you can find stuff from like Iron Bonehead Productions over in Europe. They carry all their stuff, so whenever something pops up in Iron Bonehead, I know that Nuclear War Now is going to get it sooner or later. And they, bar none, do the best job packaging their records. Just the money that they spend on overhead just for boxes and packing materials and just everything that goes into the shipping and handling aspect of getting you your record safe and sound. They go above and beyond. So that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about as far as labels and distros. There are other labels that I will order from. Season of Mist, Relapse Records, Profound Lore, Headsplit Records is great for cassette tapes. I'm sure there's some others that I'm forgetting. Arcane Altar. But I'll leave some links down in the description. And for the love of God, fuck Amazon, fuck Discogs, fuck third-party sellers. If I can, I will always buy directly from the band. If not directly from the band, then from the label. You know, something that's been lost on people is the hunt. You know, when I first started collecting records, you get a feeling of gratification when you finally come across something, whether it's in the wild or online. You know, something that you've been looking for forever, and you finally find it, and it, you know, then you buy it, and it belongs to you. It's in your collection. It's a feeling that can't be replicated. And I feel like collectors these days are so used to being able to click a button and then expecting it on their doorstep the next day, and there's no fun in that, man. Whatever. But, you know, that's the nature of the beast these days. It is what it is. And, you know, I'll order from Amazon. I'll order from Discogs. Believe me, I will. If I can't find anything, I'll resort to Discogs. If I see something, like, insanely dirt cheap that I can't pass up on Amazon, believe me, I'll fucking buy it. But, you know, just try and support, because, you know, this thing doesn't work if people stop doing that. So that's the main thing I'm trying to get at. That's the main reason why I am showcasing some of these labels and distros, is so you go down in the description, you click some of those links, you buy some cool shit, and you support this thing and just keep it all going. So that's what it's all about, bottom line. So thank you for tuning into this video. As always, thank you for continuing to like and subscribe. And until the next time, take care.